Hello, Sandy. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucor Marketing in San Antonio. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website on to me for analysis, and that is the video you are watching now, your analysis of your site. Now, during the course of this video, I am going to show you how you are losing ground to these folks, Infinity Roofing and Siding, who say that they are Waco's first choice for residential and commercial roofing, which you and I both know is just something that they wrote. Unfortunately, if it appears on the internet, it becomes true. So I'm going to show you how you can turn the tables. I'm going to give you some practical tips that you can put into use right away today if you want. And let's get started. Now, first off, you clearly spent money on this website. It is a beautiful website. It's got a lot of big photos. It's interactive, and it's a place where people would like to go. If I was a customer, I would like to land here. Definitely, I would. Now, the next thing I look at after looking at your website is a tool that I have that I subscribe to. It's called Ahrefs. And the reason that I have this is because it gives me all of the metrics of your site and shows me how it's been performing over the last couple of months. Now, the next thing after that is a regular old Google search, Waco, Texas roofing. And why? Because Google is responsible for 96% of the traffic on the internet. That is a staggering amount that they control. That means they have 96% of the visitors to your site. That is a staggering amount of volume that they provide you. And most people do not know how Google works. So if you don't know how something works, then you can't use it to your advantage. So what I'm going to do in the course of this video is explain how Google works, in part so that you can take advantage of it. And then let's start. I'm going to start by explaining how this particular search page works, this Waco, Texas roofing Google that I did. Now, right up here near the top, we have what we in the business call the map pack. Not very creative, but these folks are attached to that map. Now, you are one of them. That is great. It is better to be somewhere near the top than it is to be near the bottom, obviously. But this is not the only top position, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This is a great place to be, don't get me wrong, but the reason that you are here is because you did an exemplary job filling out the Google business profile. It is something that you did with a precision that Google appreciated, and that is why you were rewarded with this spot. Now, if you want to revisit that, it wouldn't be such a bad idea. Obviously, you can see that they include your star rating from Google there. So that's one of the proofs that you are part of the Google family, if you will. But that would be something that you might want to revisit and make sure it is done to the nines. Now, underneath the map pack, we have what we call the organic search results. And they're organic in the sense that, well, you only have to have a web page in order to be on a Google search result. It doesn't require you to fill out something as this little area did. The map pack requires that you fill that thing out. Down here does not. But it's not organic in the sense that these are not going to come up in a different order the next time you do that search tomorrow or the next day or next month. Unless somebody here changes something within their site, these results will remain in the same order as they have been until, the end of time. So this is what I want to talk to you about right here. The reason that I chose Infinity Roofing is that they are one of the few that are up here above. People also ask. That is sort of a natural break in the first pages of a Google search. And Infinity Roofing, I happen to know, is, well, like I said, they're a roofer who are based elsewhere. They may have an office in Waco. I don't know, but I know that they gather a lot of people from a lot of different, a lot of customers from a lot of different areas. Now, the reason that I've shown you this is because I want to point out that Google loves content. And the reason for content is because Google has no other way to ensure that their search customers are going to be satisfied with what they are finding when they get to a page. Now, what I'm doing here is I am copying and pasting your home page into this word counter, wordcounter.net. And as you can see, they have 755 words while you have 377. And that means that they win this little foot race that Google set up, because an algorithm is looking for more. For an algorithm, more is better. So they figure it's a better opportunity for a web page to educate their clients if they have more words. And this actually is only about half the number that Google would prefer. The Google algorithm is looking for 1,500 words, more or less. Now, and this is way more than less, and it's not nearly enough. But all words are not the same at Google, and that's what is another thing important to remember, and that is keywords. Keywords are what Google expects you to have on your site because they are what differentiate you from a dairy farm in Wisconsin, and they also differentiate you from your competitors, because all of these keywords, these little key phrases, are taken from you and your competitors' sites, and likely from your sites nationwide. Google has a very large list of what these keywords could be. You have 54 of them, and Infinity has 4,000. Now, that seems like a lot to make up, but I can tell you that if they have them, they're good enough for them, they are good enough for you, because here they are. Now, let's ignore everything that has Infinity in it, but local roofing companies, roof repair, well, Denver, obviously we don't have to have, but anything that is not city specific, roofing services, see if I can find something that is more specific to, there we go, storm restoration. I know that you guys have storms in Texas, probably something about hail, right? Storm damage roofing company, stone-coated steel replacement company. I don't know what that means, so it must be 5 words that belong to your industry, because they don't mean anything to me. I mean, not as this phrase. Now, a lot of these might look like they're very similar to you, see, this one is, the only difference is company and contractor. And I have to point out that the algorithm that's looking for these things does not know our language. It does not know that company and contractor are, in this instance, essentially the same entity. So that is why there are so many sort of duplicate things here. But this is just a sampling of types of roofing. These are questions that people are asking on Google, more or less. As you can see, there's another 98 pages of these. So figuring out the ones that will be right for you is going to be easy. Just ignoring ones that don't have a city specific to yours, and also ones that say Infinity in them. Now, the next thing I need to show you is backlinks. And backlinks are where your site appears on a different site with a link to your site. So in other words, if you have your Yelp profile filled out and you filled in your URL there, then there is a link back to your site, making it a backlink. Now, you are in 71 different referring domains. That is truly the important number here, because that is the specific number of different sites that you're on. Some of these sites may have multiple links back to you, and depending on what the sites are, that could count against you. This number should really only be about double or triple this number. So it looks like you may have a lot of spammy backlinks. Let me show you what your competitor has here. They have a lot of spammy backlinks too. They have 257 domains. So they have beat your 71 here fairly well. So they're about 4 times more successful in referring domains than you are. But once again, I'm going to show you what they have. Now, they have some that are very highly rated here. This number here is on a scale of 0 to 100. This is the domain rating. It shows the strength of a domain's backlink profile. Now, the strength of a domain's backlink profile is like what for you, I said you have 71 referring domains. That gave you a domain rating of 27. So as you can see, these ones who are in the 90s, like this one has 240,000 referring domains, or this one 356,000, and so on and so on. So you can see they have a lot of other sites that refer to them. Those are sites that you want to be on, ideally ones that are rated 70 and above. And the reason is because Google does not have the ability to vet the site themselves. They have to rely on other people doing it for them, essentially. If there are enough links to your site, Google figures, well, there must be a reason. They must be interesting enough or important enough or informative enough that people want to go there. So that is the reason for the backlinks and why they want you to have them. Now, what it all comes down to is this. Your traffic last month was 13, meaning you had less than one person every 2 days visit your site. That's what your traffic means, your visitors. And here's what Infinity had, 4,600. Now, obviously, some of these are coming from those different communities that are not anywhere near you, like Denver or what was it? I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember all the cities that we saw, but you remember them perhaps. And that's why some of these are not going to be relevant to you. But that is an astoundingly large number over what you have. And it certainly means that they have more visibility on the internet. And the reason? Because they are so far up in the Google search results. You don't have to scroll down but to here to find them. The only other thing is GAF, which has GAF products on them. If you can get in that one, that would be good too. But it's not as good as having your own site up near the top. Now, I did look for you before, and I know that it's not that far down before we find you. Let's see if I can find that. I thought I found you earlier. There we go, Cen-Tex Roof Systems. You're not that far down, but look at what a difference that amount of space makes. It's what, like 11 or 12, maybe a little bit more than that. No, like 11 or 12 between you. And it makes this amount of difference in the visitors per day, per month. So that is what this video is about. I am going to summarize now. You want more. You want to fill out your Google Business Profile, again, making sure that it is very thoroughly done. Don't leave one box undone if you can help it. 2, more and better keywords. And 3, more and better backlinks. Now, I know that Eric is going to be calling you back to try to get some feedback on the video you've just watched. So thank you so much for sticking with me, and have a great rest of your day.